What's up, guys? My name is BITVOLT7 from the CryptoKreamers, and I had a little bit of a scare last week. So, as many of you guys know, I use CasaHODL as my main HODL, which, by the way, I really recommend if you hold a significant amount of Bitcoin. But basically what happened was I was trying to send some Bitcoin to a friend, and for some reason, one of the keys wasn't being accepted by the Casa API. Casa knew that it was the correct key, but it was labeling it as inactive. Don't worry, I already talked to Lob about it, and they're already taking care of it, and they're adding some contingencies. But what that made me realize is that you need to have a backup way that doesn't rely on Casa to send your Bitcoin, just in case anything happens with Casa. Maybe Casa system's down and you need to send your Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to show you guys how to do today on Electrum using these two ledgers. And you could also use Trezor. It's basically the same exact thing. All right, let's get started. Awesome. So let's get started, guys. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is open your Casa app. Obviously, I already preloaded $100 worth of Bitcoin on here just for the tutorial. You're going to want to go and click on your keys. So this part's very important. You are going to want to export your YPub files from left to right. And the reason for that is because if you don't do it in that order, it's going to give you a whole set of different addresses. So let's follow that step again. First, you click on your home, and obviously you're going to want to know the corresponding ledger or Trezor associated to the home key. You're going to go to view public keys, and you're going to want to look at the deviation path because that's extremely important. You're going to need that to recover your wallet on Electrum. You're going to copy that to your keyboard. And I personally use the Signal app to send stuff to myself. They have a pretty good reputation for privacy. And then I'm going to repeat the same step. I'm going to next go to the Casa's YPub files, because remember I said in the beginning you have to go from left to right or else it's going to give you a different set of addresses. So you're going to want to click on recovery key, view public keys. Again, you're going to copy that. You're going to go back to your Signal app. You're going to press paste. And one last time, you're going to go to your last hardware device. And remember, it's very important that you know which hardware device matches the safe key or the home key. You're going to click on view public keys, Bitcoin account. As you see, the deviation path, forgive me for mispronouncing that, is exactly the same. It's very important that you take note of that, and you're going to copy that. You're going to go back to Signal or whatever method you prefer, Signal or Proton Mail, both pretty good. And then we're going to take it on from the computer. Awesome. So here we go, guys. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is check that you have all the YPub files in the correct order, and you basically wrote down the correct deviation path. So I'm going to start by plugging in my ledgers. Remember that you have to know which ledger corresponds to which key. So I know that this ledger is my home ledger, which happens to be the first one. So now that I connected my ledger, I'm going to name it Casa Tutorial. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click Multisig wallet. And I'm basically going to do the exact type of setup that the basic multisig that Casa offers, which is 3 cosigners and 2 signatures. I'm going to click next. I'm going to click use hardware device, which was the home wallet that I mentioned. It's very important that you do it in the right order. You click next again. Now, Casa uses the Bitcoin addresses that start with 3. So these are the ones that start with BC1, these start with 3, and these start with 1. So Casa uses the one that start with 3. I don't know how to pronounce all that stuff, but those are the ones that start with 3. So you're going to want to click the middle one. Then you're going to want to copy the deviation path, like I said earlier. You're going to click next. And then to see if you're on the right track, what you're going to notice is the YPub file that Electrum creates for you should match the YPub file that Casa gave you. If it doesn't match, you're doing it wrong and you have to back up and re-verify. So you're going to click next. Then you're going to click key. This part's easy. All you have to do is copy and paste. Next. And then the third one, you're going to click key again. And you're going to click next. And awesome. So as you can see, this is the same amount that I had on my Casa app. So here's the thing though. This only allows for you to sign one of the keys. So how do you get around that? Well, basically you create another Electrum wallet using your safe key or using your other hardware device. So in order for you to do that, basically what you're going to want to do is create a new address. I'm going to name it 6.15 bitches. I'm going to click next. Multisig, same setup. Again, 3 of 2 cosigners. But instead of the first time, remember, you have to do it in order. So I already created this one that has the YPub file. This YPub file is the YPub file associated with the home key. So we already did that. So basically all we want to do is just import a seed, or sorry, import a master key. So we're going to copy and paste. We're going to do the same thing for the second one because that is Casa's key. Next. And again, you're going to want to connect your other hardware device. This could be a Trezor or a Ledger. It doesn't need to be a Ledger. You're going to connect it. And again, you're going to want to make sure you click the middle one because that's the address that starts with 3 and that's the address that Casa uses. And once again, copy Casa's deviation path. Forgive me for my mispronunciation. English is my second language. and you're going to want to press next, and you don't need to set a password. And if you did it right, and this syncs because it's taking forever. Awesome. So there you have it. You have two separate Electrum wallets. And the reason that you need two is because it's kind of tricky if you create one Electrum wallet with two ledgers. It kind of bugs out a little bit. So it's just better just to create two separate ones and basically sign one transaction at a time. So that's what I'm going to do now. So basically, let's send it to this address, and we're going to send max. We're going to, fees aren't that bad, and we're going to press send. Yes. Confirm it. I'm going to confirm it on my ledger. Make sure it's going to the right address. Accept and send. Awesome. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to export this file onto your desktop. Save. Cool. So this wallet you don't need anymore, so might as well close it. And then the other wallet that we created, you're going to want to plug in your home key, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to load a transaction from file, because remember, it's already partially signed. So you're going to click on that. And as you could tell, Ledger already knows that you have the private key to this transaction. So all you have to do is click sign. You're going to confirm it on your Ledger. Make sure it's the right address. And you're going to hit accept and send. And you're going to hit broadcast. And there you go. That's how you send, just in case Casa system's down. That's how you send and how you set up an alternative way on how to send your Bitcoin without using Casa's API. Just a heads up for anybody that's using Casa with Coldcard. I talked to Lop for quite a bit, and basically what's going on with Coldcard is that if you don't have the technical know-how, you will not, as of this moment, as soon as Electrum 4.0.0 gets released, that's going to get fixed. But with this current version of Electrum, you're not going to be able to recover your funds. So basically, you have to rely on Casa. So if Casa systems go down for whatever reason, you're not going to be able to recover your funds if you're using a Coldcard as one of your hardware devices. But that's going to change very soon. But I just wanted to disclose that to you guys, because I feel like it's my responsibility as a Bitcoiner. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This is BITVOLT 7 from the CryptoKreamers signing out. Moonboy Mark couldn't make it today. If you guys like our content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or concerns whatsoever, make sure to reach out to me directly on Twitter. My DMs are always open, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions whatsoever. All right, guys, take it easy and HODL.